makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part.
Jimmy Dore has recently announced that he is now on Rumble, the far-right alternative to YouTube that is increasingly popular as an alternative to those who have been censored by YouTube. And there have been a lot of rumors that Jimmy Dore was paid by Rumble to be, to move to share his content on that platform along with YouTube, where he has nearly 1 million subscribers. And of course, this is not something that Jimmy Dore will ever admit to. And there really is no way for us to find out if, in fact, Rumble paid Jimmy Dore to join the site. However, Jimmy Dore's friend, Glenn Greenwald, may have unwillingly spilled the beans on whether he was paid or not. This was a recent Twitter exchange, which I was also involved in which, well, let's look at it. It started really with, again, this whole argument that just because you're on Rumble, you're not really right-wing, yada, yada, yada. Glenn trying to kind of whitewash his own involvement with these far-right reactionaries and his increasingly right-wing fan base. And it got to the point where he said this: if Thiel has so much control over Rumble, and I'd love to hear what mechanisms you fantasize he is using to control it as a minority investor, why is Rumble's main goal using its cash to recruit leftists and leftists, just as Substack did, funded by Mark Anderson? So, who are these leftists that Rumble has been recruiting as of late? And the answer is, well, not many. Jimmy Dore's announcement that he was on Rumble is dated October 11th, so this is a relatively recent development. And, well, the news that Peter Thiel and J.D. Vance, the author of Hillbilly Elegy, was also now a far-right nutbag. So this original investment came in May. So it's been a couple of months in which I'm sure they have developed some strategy among them. And I'm pretty sure that part of this strategy is bringing in people who identify themselves as leftists, even though their content really mostly appeals to far-right reactionaries who may have some sympathies with some leftist policies, like Medicare for All, for example. I mean, this is the element of the far right that I think hasn't been captured by libertarianism. And if you haven't been captured by libertarianism, then you kind of do find some of these policies vaguely appealing. And also perhaps some sympathies with leftist anti-war policy, for example, because you don't really care about foreign policy. You just want to kick the brown people out of your own country. Anyway, so let's look at who Rumble basically has from the left. And this is literally Rumble's main screen right now as I'm recording this. And it has a Jimmy Dore video as its top video. So, and who else does it have? Russell Brand, who also has gone into this kind of anti-vax, anti-establishment rabbit hole that Jimmy Dore has as well. And let's look at, so Rumble has this featured channels menu, and let's look at how many real leftists they have. And the answer is, I want to spoil it, none. So they have your typical right-wing nutters like Dave Rubin, Tim Pool, Glenn Greenwald, who's also now in this sphere. He's not a leftist. Steven Crowder, the New York Post, Matt friggin' Gates. Well, Jimmy Dore, there you go. Russell Brand. So Russell Brand and Jimmy Dore are the only, I guess, self-identifying leftists who are on Rumble, or who are featured in Rumble. I'm sure there might be, a number of smaller channels, but at least the featured ones, they seem to be the only ones. Because no one else here is any major leftist that I know of. Sean Hannity, Newsmax, Charlie Kirk, these are Dinesh D'Souza, Dan Bongino. These are all right-wingers. Donald Trump Jr., Rand Paul, Ben Shapiro, Babylon Bee. Oh, Tulsi Gabbard, of course. She's not a leftist. We all know that. Donald Trump, Lauren Chen, Jordan Peterson's daughter, Michaela. Yeah, so these are the featured channels. There's not a single, like, true leftist on this list. Not a single one. The only self-identified leftist on this list are those who really are appealing to a right-wing audience, the way Jimmy Dore, Glenn Greenwald. I don't think Glenn has never admitted that he's a leftist, but he was a hero to the left in many ways. But yeah, Russell Brand, Jimmy Dore, Tulsi Gabbard, those are the only ones. So yeah, the question still remains: was he paid or not? I repeat, I have no definitive evidence to answer that question, but I think this tweet from Glenn Greenwald, who I suspect is a bit in the know in terms of what Rumble's expansion strategy is, given that he is one of their featured members. I think he might have spilled the beans here. But yeah. So what do you think? Was Jimmy Dore paid to go on Rumble? As I think he probably was. How much was he paid? I don't know, but he's clearly gonna be making a lot of money on this, just by noticing who is on their top video as I record this. So yeah, anyway. Thank you, Glenn Greenwald. As usual, your investigative reporting has finally revealed something that we didn't know. On that note, if you like this video, please like, please share. Most importantly, please subscribe. And this is my last video in Nicaragua. I'm flying back to Mexico. I still have another video that I pre-recorded that I might share in the next couple of days. But yeah, I'll see you in Mexico towards the end of the week. So there you go.